Today we're going to talk about RTT on balance volume. But first, there are two types of buying in the stock market. Buying that forces prices up, the markup phase. Buying that stops price falling, the accumulation phase. The point is that buying can be when price is actually falling. Two types of selling in the stock market. Selling when forces prices down, the Wyckoff markdown phase. Selling that stop prices rising, Wyckoff distribution. The point is, selling can actually happen when prices are rising. You can learn more via Master the Market's Tom Williams book. Accumulation. Bullish accumulation will see all selling met by buying at support, no matter if the volume is light or heavy. Markup. Markup will see price rise with similar to higher volume on the days of advance than on the down days. If the volume is much more on the advance days than the down days, then this is a very strong markup. If not, then the markup may be weak and soon to end. Distribution. Bearish distribution will see all buying met by selling at resistance, no matter if the volume is light or heavy. Markdown. Markdown will see price falling with similar to higher volume on the days of a collapse than on the up days. If the volume is more on the collapse days than the up days, then this is a very strong markdown. If not, the markdown may be weak and soon to end. Standard on balance volume is simply calculated by taking cumulative volume the previous day and adding current day volume based on the close of the bar. If it's up, you add. If it's down, you deduct. RTT on balance volume, readtheticker.com version, is cumulative volume added to it the current day's volume, but weighted accordingly to how high or low the closes of the day. RTT on balance volume gives more weight to the volume of the current day when the close is higher or lower on the daily bar range. The indicator gives weight to the decisive days or the power days to find the true overall trend. RTT on balance volume, what to watch for. If price is rising and RTT OBV is rising an equal amount, then price action is true and bullish. If price is rising and RTT OBV is rising but is faster, then price action is bullish but something else is going on. That must be selling into the rising price because price action has slowed. This is bearish. If price is rising and RTT OBV is rising or not but is slower, then price action is bearish as volume is not supporting the price action. Either there is no demand or there is more selling than buying into the rising price. If price is falling and RTT OBV is falling an equal amount, then price action is true and bearish. If price is falling and RTT OBV is falling but is faster, then price action is bearish but something else is going on. And that must be buying into the falling price because price action has slowed. This is bullish. If price is falling and RTT OBV is falling or not but is slower, then price action is bullish as volume is not supporting the price action. Either there is no supply or there is more buy than selling into the falling price. Let's have a look at some examples. Here we have RTT OBV with the 50 EMA. Here we have price action, SPY, with the 50 EMA. And here we have some coloured volume bars. Okay, for example, here's a nice healthy markup phase with price action and OBV is rising quite well. Here we have, once again, we have a good markup phase here. Now here we have some distribution going on, but as you notice, the OBV is falling faster than price action. Now either there's something going on to hold up the volume, because the volume is coming in to sit on the downside, but price is holding up. So unless it breaks very soon, the support is there. For example, here we have another example of price action coming down, and the OBV falls very hard, but the selling is soaked up because price action has slowed. For example, here we have price action taking out the low here, but here it didn't take out the low, so the volume was lighter on here, as well supported. Price action between, I would say, between here and here, as you can see, set up the trend well. And the pullback became below the EMA, but here it did not. That means the volume is lighter, and a bullish scenario supported. Another example. Quick look at KO or Coca-Cola. Same chart setup. For example, here we have a plunging RTT OBV. That means there's large volume on the sell with a low close. For example, this one here's a setter. But as you can see, price has so far held support at 37. If this continues to hold support, this is very bullish, as long as it holds support. If it breaks, we're going to be playing catch up. Here we had a very strong run-up phase. And as you can see, this has exploded upwards on the RTT OBV. Sure, it's bullish, but there's a bit of selling going on into that because price has moved up, but not as aggressively. You can see the test here comes down and the price continues to go up. In this particular case, price goes up, but on balance, the RTT on balance volume is a bit slower. So selling is coming into this. But as you can see, the EMA was supported there and confirmed by the RTT OBV. This little dip here, an easy buy situation. As you can see here, the break of the trend line was hit hard with the volume rising. Okay, another example. Let's go to the Australian dollar. Same chart setup. Here we have price action recovering. So we have RTT OBV recovering as well. Charges way ahead of the EMA. This only goes a little bit ahead. So sure, it's bullish, but nothing to get excited about. The true test of the bulls is this part here, where price actually falls below the EMA quite hard, but it hardly budges down there. Just holds strong. There's little volume on the sell down. And as you can see, this run up here, price supports it. We get a spike here. And as we get a down move here, it's still quite bullish because the volume doesn't support the down move. But when we get a little divergence here, you can see the bears are starting to come in. Once again, here between here and here, we have RTT OBV right at the EMA, and here it's below the EMA. So volume does really support a bullish case scenario here, and it's marked up. And for example, here you see price action above EMA, but hardly above the EMA on the RTT OBV, which actually shows it's a bit bearish. No volume support, and we still have a bit of a bearish tone over here, waiting for some confirmation if it's going to be bullish. GDX, same chart setup. And here we have sort of a breaking trend rally here. It gets it above the EMA, sort of holds up okay. But the real strength of GDX is shown in this portion here, where price actually falls quite way below the EMA, but here it hardly falls at all. And as you can see, the markup period kicked off here. That's still holding up pretty well here. As you can see how far RTT OBV is away from the EMA, and that's just on it. So the buying volume is still pretty aggressive here. As you can see here, we had a sort of recovery phase of the GDX here, but never really managed to get over the EMA down below here. So the volume was all weak on the upside and more heavy on the downside. And here you can see an indecision period. It tried to get up, but failed. Suppose you better have a look at Apple. Okay, Apple, we had a pretty weak period between here and here, where price was sort of in between the EMA, but very much below the EMA here. Markups, we had a bit of the burst here to get going. The markup kicked off there, it ran very well till up to there. But as you can sort of see here, the lower highs and lower lows. Yep. Same sort of price action. This the situation here with a spike up was not confirmed. Okay, so for example, the trend continued here on a very healthy mode, even though that little dip behind the EMA was not supported. Volume quickly brought it back up. But as you can sort of see here, the sell-off on Apple is true. Trend down, trend down. And we're just starting to come around now. Thanks for watching.